I'm 71 years old. My memory isn't very good, so I'm going to have to read this. First, we'd like to congratulate the other inductees and thank Jim McLaughlin and his athletics department team for this outstanding event. We only had 14 players on our 1965 baseball team, and I'd like to say just a few words about each teammate. First, our 6 sophomores. Ron Cherenko, Ed Burns, and Nick Renchkowski were our reserves. A talented group, they pinch hit, filled in when others were injured, and we never missed a beat when they were in the lineup. Sadly, Nick passed away suddenly in 2000. His son Greg and several other members of the Renchkowski family are here this evening. Bob McAdams took over at shortstop late in the season. He hit .350 with several clutch hits, including 2 in Yankee Stadium. Bill Toth hit .327 and was second on the team in steals. A terrific left fielder, Bill's 2 running over-the-shoulder game-saving catches in Yankee Stadium were simply spectacular. Greg Olson, our starting center fielder from day one. Greg batted third, hit .345, and was second on the team in both hits and RBIs. An outstanding athlete, Greg was inducted into this Hall of Fame in 2003. Larry Mcdonnell, our third baseman and only junior. Larry hit .333 and was rock solid defensively, making only 1 error all season long at the difficult hot corner. And our 7 seniors. Frankie Allard, our only undefeated pitcher with a 2-0 record and 1.95 ERA. Frank did a great job in both starting and relieving roles. Randy Cool, a terrific defensive catcher. He didn't allow a pass ball all season long. Unfortunately, a head injury at Williams sidelined Randy for the last 3 regular season games and the NCAA tournament in Yankee Stadium. Rich Erdos, a close friend for 54 years. Rich was an excellent outfielder, and after a mid-season batting slump, he caught fire at just the right time. Rich had 3 RBIs in our last regular season game and 2 key hits in both games at Yankee Stadium. Bruce Fike batted second, hit .276, and led the team in steals. A great fielder, Bruce had a rocket arm and turned the double play faster than any second baseman I'd ever seen. Bruce died tragically in a vehicle accident in 1978. His brother Alan, class of '63, and several other family members are here with us today. Art Marshall, our cleanup hitter, hit .302 and led the team in both RBIs and runs scored. He played first base, shortstop, or the outfield, depending on who pitched. Then caught the final regular season game and the NCAA championship game. He was an all-around great ball player and great teammate. And President Ainley, he had the swing. Gary Brown was inducted into this Hall of Fame in 2005. He was the first 3-sport captain in Union history, followed 2 years later by Greg Olson. During the regular season, Gary was our leadoff hitter, shortstop, or pitcher, and following Randy's injury, our catcher. He tied for the team lead in runs scored, had a 4-1 pitching record, and a 1.08 ERA. But Gary's regular season was just a preliminary. In Yankee Stadium on June 8, 1965, in 92-degree heat and high humidity, Gary caught all 9 innings and went 3 for 4. I pitched and we beat Colby College 5-2 in the semifinals. The next day, in the same heat and humidity, Gary threw a complete game 3 hitter, scored the go-ahead run from first base on a hit-and-run single, and we beat 2-time defending champion Old Dominion 3-1, winning the NCAA Atlantic Coast Region Championship. It was the thrill of a lifetime for all of us, and an incredible performance on the biggest stage by Gary. So here he is, my teammate, my co-captain, my good friend for 54 years, Gary Brown.
Thanks so much, Rick. Great job. I know he was a little nervous about doing that. First of all, I want to thank the committee and the college for this high honor. It's indeed a thrill to be here with a great group of colleagues, great teammates. And I'm just thrilled that the Fike and the Renchkovsky family could be represented. I certainly appreciate them making the effort to be here. Now, Rick talked about all the other guys, but I get to talk about him. First of all, I showed up on campus, and who was one of my two roommates but Rick Crooks. Little did I know it would lead to a lifelong relationship that thrives to this day. We were freshman roommates. We went on to become fraternity brothers at Chi Psi, and then we were co-captains of the baseball team. Best of all, he was a good friend, and he remains that to this day, and I think that's a great tribute to a wonderful person. Thanks, Rick. As far as his baseball accolades, batted .400 for the season, had a pitching record of 9-1, including the first game at Yankee Stadium, beating Colby 5-2, and his season resulted in a well-earned award as a Division III college baseball All-American. A wonderful teammate, a wonderful friend, a wonderful baseball player. And it's great to be here with him and the rest of the fellows. Then I wanted to talk about Art Lawrence, and first of all, I wanted to recognize Paul Lawrence. Thanks so much for being here, Paul. When I was here as a coach, I got to know Art and his wonderful wife, Sabina, as just wonderful, wonderful people. And I think at that time, Paul might have been a leading tennis player or a racket player at Tufts. And it's much appreciated that he's here to represent a wonderful family. Art, at the time, had coached at Union for 31 years. He was a great guy. He knew he had a bunch of guys that liked to play baseball, and he just let us go out and play. And somehow his instinct said, and I did my homework before I came, and I found an article saying that he felt that we could beat any team on the schedule. Little did we know that he was correct. And after 31 years of coaching, he was quoted in the paper as saying, there's no question about it. This is the biggest thrill I have ever had in sports. And it just echoes what not only he feels, but the rest of us feel. And after the season, he was named Coach of the Year by the Northeast New York Sports Writers Association. He was a guy that we all liked and enjoyed playing for. So in summary, it was a dream season played by a great bunch of guys that loved to play baseball, that was topped by an unforgettable memory of winning the championship in Yankee Stadium. And I guess I'll wrap up by, I found a quote in the Union Star after we finished winning the championship. The first line of the write-up said, "The Union College baseball team returned home today after a season that should go down as one of the best of any sport in the school's history." As a team, I think we agree. Thank you very much.